they can't hear me. Hold on. I need to change hotkey profile. Yeah, there you go. Alright guys, sorry about the delay. Welcome to Dominate Dominion number 81. Ryan River here with Gander. And we have, for our first game, is the DD Mercenaries team for this week versus It's Just Summoner's Rift. I think you're still muted, Gander. Hello. Alright, well, we do have bans coming down. Top bans were Nidalee, Kassadin, Kha'Zix, and Wukong. Not too many changes on those champions in the most recent patch. Nidalee got a little bit stronger because of the health, the healing change. The healing debuff is reduced or gotten rid of.
Does it work now?
Hi, yes.
Okay, yeah, you're totally right. I did just straight up have that muted. Like still. Yeah, no, they kicked it out. Just no healing debuff. Nah, let's play Mundo now.
Yeah, Mundo, Soraka. Well, Soraka not quite so much. I think it's only self heal. Is that right? But I'm scared for Yorick. I am pretty scared for Yorick.
Yeah, many champions are gonna see a little bit of an improvement from that. I mean, even champions like Xin Zhao, Nocturne get that little bit of healing. That's gonna be better. Champions that are heavily reliant on it, such as Mundo, Vlad, Atrox even benefits as well. So there's lots of good stuff like that going on.
Alright, but some pretty standard bans here for all 10 of the bans actually. Jace, Lulu, Pantheon, Nidalee, and Kha'Zix banned out by the Mercenaries team, and Zyra, Vi, Trundle, Kassadin, Wukong by It's Just Summoner's Rift, aka the other Mercenaries team. And there's the drive-in picked up by one, Annie gonna go over to the other. So not going to have the drive-in Annie brand combo on either team. Annie is really strong.
Annie's a really good character because brings an AoE stun to the table, does a lot of damage. Remote control Tibbers gives vision.
I've started playing pretty much exclusively Annie, and the thing is, she has a 1.75 second duration AoE stun starting at level 1. Yeah, she has to sack her incinerate a whole bunch of times, but it's still a 1.75 second duration AoE stun in front of her at level 1. And you start at level 3, so you get to stack it pretty quickly. It's 4 seconds on the Q cooldown, 8 seconds on W, and 10 seconds on E. So you stun one time with W, then QE gets you the first 2 stacks, and then WQ gonna get you the next 2 stacks, and then the Q immediately after that is another stun.
We're seeing Brand and new Sivir. That is Sivir's new icon, right? I'm not crazy.
Yeah, that is Sivir's new icon. She got a visual upgrade.
She's like a little floating head now. Where's her neck?
Yeah, I don't know. She's like leaning forward or something, and her teeth are just so weird. That's the only thing I can take away from her new artwork. But yeah, I've seen a little bit of Sivir since the rework. Her boomerang blade is really long range now, and her spell shield looks super cool.
Well, it's better than Lux's art.
Lux's art isn't that bad.
It's good, but that chin is Jay Leno status. It frightens me.
And then Brand and Jarvan. Brand, Jarvan, and Vayne, the only 3 champions on this champion select so far that have not had visual upgrades. Well, Sona didn't have a visual upgrade, but she has a new splash art.
Maybe now we'll see a whole bunch of Sivers instead of a whole bunch of Garens in solo queue, and I'll have a lot more of a fun time with that. That'll be pretty good.
I don't know. Sivir not that similar to Garrett, I gotta say.
Well, exactly. She's a lot more squishy. I would love people to spam Sivir in games. I can kill a Sivir. I can't just kill a Garen. That doesn't work. But
yeah,
Sivir's gonna be pretty awesome.
It's actually really hard to spell shield an Annie Tibbers. That happens pretty immediately. So it's gonna be up to Karma probably to use an Inner Flame to pop the spell shield from Sivir, and then Annie's gonna want to get in there with that Tibbers. Janna able to provide a lot of peel for Vayne. So if the 2 of those roam the map together, if Vayne's able to get 5-6 items, even 4 items, that's gonna be pretty ridiculous. And I see some people talking about heals versus regen. I thought that they were coded exactly the same in every single game mode, so it was impossible to affect one without the other, but I might be wrong about that.
Yeah, I didn't. I thought it affected Regan too. Maybe it
Yeah,
did at one
yeah.
point and they changed it, and I just wasn't aware.
So I'm pretty sure because I know that Grievous Wounds and Spirit Visage both affect all sorts of healing. So it would be strange to me if on the Dominion debuff was only some types of self heal.
Huh? Yeah, apparently it didn't affect Regan.
Okay.
That's interesting. Well, hey, sometimes we get it wrong, guys. Thank you for being around to provide us the correct information when we do happen to get something a little oopsied. It's very nice of you.
So a lot of really strong picks here. It looks like the okay, I want to say Urgot in the bot lane for DD Mercs 1.
Yeah, it's Michael Bay.
Alright, and then who are we gonna see from It's Just Summer's Rift?
Hmm. That's a good freaking question. I feel like it's gonna be Marasmo. No, they're probably gonna trade Rammus to Marasmo because Marasmo plays tanks. We'll have to see once
Yeah,
the.
I imagine it would be Karma because Karma has the best wave clear and is probably going to do the best against Urgot. She has some sustain for herself, and she also has a shield. And shields are really, really good against Urgot because you can pop that on yourself once he's landed his Noxian Corrosive Charge, and then his Acid Hunters don't do too much.
Yeah, Karma's a pretty solid bot laner, so it looks like we might see that this game. Also, potential bottom laners. Occasionally, you see a Vayne down there. Not a big fan of that because it's difficult for Vayne to escape.
It's difficult for Vayne to escape, and she has no ability that's longer than 550 range. Her auto attack range is the standard for 80 carries, while Urgot's auto attack range is only 425. Urgot's actually now the only champion with 425 auto attack range because they buffed Morgana from 425 up to 450. So it's Vladimir, Karthus, Morgana at 450, and poor Urgot is the only champion in the game with 425 attack range. But he has his Acid Hunters, which are longer range, and those are pretty much his auto attacks. And then, of course, his Noxian Corrosive Charge is really long range. And so he's definitely going to be able to, A, wave clear faster than Vayne, and B, just push Vayne out of lane, because Vayne's not going to have enough sustain.
Yeah, I picked up Urgot recently, and I found that I succeeded more as Urgot when I started thinking of Urgot as a melee champion. Because his just range is just, it's so small.
He only has 50 more range than Aatrox during Massacre.
What about that? What's that compared to Wukong?
Wukong with Crushing Blow is 350, I think, and Hakram with Relentless, no, what, it's Devastating Assault. Hakram with Devastating Assault, no, that's not right either. It's Poppy's two things together. Devastating Charge, there we go. Hakram with Devastating Charge and Aatrox with Massacre are both 375. And then Urgot's 425.
So we're looking at probably having no, Monsters has 4 bottoms sometimes as well. See, now I don't know. We got some newer players these days. Monsters has 4 is a person whose name I'd only just started seeing a few weeks ago, which is really cool. It's always nice to have a new competitor out. And I'm not too familiar with all of his champions yet. And I Am Silent, who you guys may remember played for Roseflyer when Roseflyer was competing those few weeks. And he's been popping into competition a little bit here and there recently. So it's always nice to have new guys coming out to compete. If you or your friends want to compete, you guys should come out and play next week and compete in the tournament. If you're going to play Dominion anyway, might as well have a chance at winning some RP in the process.
But Gander, what if I want to have my games casted and on stream?
Well, you have to sign up to play, and you might get me to talk about how good you are, or how much potential you had that you wasted by throwing your Q in the wrong direction.
I'm just like, all of a sudden, I want to roleplay as GLaDOS when I cast a game.
I feel like if we got the right kind of software, we could make that sound right, too.
Right, exactly. Like, just some voice filter, and I just talk like GLaDOS the entire game. That I need to do this. That's just gonna be my dream come true when it finally happens.
That would be a really good way to get views on Reddit.
Yeah.
You should totally do that. I fully support that.
Just like spectate some random solo queue games for a day and spend the entire day just spectating solo queue games and casting them as GLaDOS.
Which team is which one here?
It's DD Mercs 1 and DD Mercs 2, I believe, but DD Mercs 2 is the red team and their AK it's just Summoner's Drift.
So which one's the left one and which one's the right one?
DD Mercs is the left one and it's just Summoner's Drift is the right one.
Okay. So I have to update the overlay and stuff for the VOD. Because
I see.
also, sorry about not getting the VODs posted last week. The Knocktober thing it stole all of my time forever. So I'll have to post those over the next couple days. I actually haven't had a day off, and I've had like double shifts because of like online stuff and offline stuff. So I'm just like, I woke up today and I'm like, oh, I cast, and then I go to bed, and then I wake up, and then I do something else, and then I don't know what happens after that.
I don't know, waking up, casting, going to bed, waking up, casting, going to bed, waking up, casting seems like a pretty good schedule. I'd be okay with that schedule.
Yeah, but I don't have any time to encode or do VODs or anything. That's the problem I've had. I've gotten backlogged with all sorts of stuff. And my voice might sound a little, like, ragged. It's because I speak a lot at my day job. So, and then doing Knocktober, and then doing last week's tournament, and I never stop talking. I'm gonna have the tasteless voice after a while. I'd be okay with that, though. Also, I want to say to everyone in the chat, if you guys didn't hear, Chobra, old friend of ours in the Dominion community, is going to be the translator at BlizzCon. So if any of you guys are in StarCraft, man, you should check out BlizzCon and support Chobra, because he's a cool guy and he's doing some awesome stuff with awesome people.
Very cool. So, this is, guys, round 1 of Dominate Dominion number 81. DD Mercenaries is the blue team. It is William Swiftfoot on Jarvan, Chaosus on Sivir, Dens Bruja playing Brand, Michael Bay on Urgot, and Monster SS4 on Maokai. And the stream freeze should be fixed in just a sec.
They got that alt-tab freeze going.
Really should, yeah.
Vayne, don't do it. Vayne, I know you want to. I know you want to.
Maybe the stream did just crash.
I'm waiting for Vayne to get stuck with all the fairy charms.
So it'd be cool if we knew if the audio is still working.
Oh
Because
dear.
then I'll trust that the stream isn't just completely crashed.
Well, I mean, they heard the bit about Chobra. I don't know how stream delayed the stream is. Hey, this is something we actually don't get to see very often. A Victorious Janna skin. Look at her little bird. Look at it go.
Yeah, the picture is frozen, so I'm just gonna restart the stream real quick, guys.
Okay. Thankfully, guys, there is a locally recorded
It
VOD.
crashed already.
I know, I'm speaking for the VOD, though.
Oh, yeah.
Because I have that running. So yeah, we actually get to see a Victorious Janna here, which is pretty cool. Being used by I Am Silent here. And that skin is actually really cool. I don't think I've actually seen it in-game before. Rachel passive with the Frankentibbers Annie that she just got, which is really cool. I like the Marge Simpson haircut that she's got going on there. It's pretty nice. A little bit of poke over the wall. Dens Bruja with that zombie brand. Then bringing back the classic skins. I think they should bring them back like every 3 or 4 years. I think that'd be a really cool thing to do. William Swiftfoot, airborne, taunted. Clever Advisor has landed that. They are able to get enough damage to put him down. Vayne picking up the KP there. Chaosus being the next focus target for Acoustic Ninja's Vayne. And uses that barrier. Is going to be able to get away? It looks like. Clever Advisor lands a puncturing taunt. Acoustic Ninja sees that, goes for it. Can't quite close the distance enough to get that last hit on like they wanted to. And oh dear, Rachel Passive gets sniped out by the Boomerang Blade there from Sivir. Now Clever Advisor low on health, having to retreat away. William Swiftfoot back with his revive now. Silent still alive on low health, but that is okay because he is a Janna. And oh dear, saplings. Janna has a shield.
Nice sapling for the interrupt. Monster SS4 coming in. William Swiftfoot still alive, so low. Gonna go down to Vayne there, just sort of standing around waiting for the inevitable to happen. Pillar of Flame goes down. Vayne taken very low. Oh, the Q misses from Brand, not getting that seer, but there's the shutdown. Going over to Maokai. I'm Silent, still alive. A little bit of shield from that Eye of the Storm. Clever Advisor coming back up on Remus. You get so fast back up to top tower. This punishing taunt on a Chaos. This has to back away. Point was actually being captured by Monster SS4 for a sec there. Vayne rotating back up. Jarvan has just respawned, will be on his way shortly. There's a twisted advance on Rachel passive. Goes down to the Pillar of Flame. Maokai actually with that with an auto attack. There's the E onto Clever Advisor, kiting around the back. Vayne is back again. Has the components of a phase right now, actually. Gets the condemn onto Brand, gets him away. Nice Howling Gale going to stop Maokai from closing in for the kill on Janna. Vayne with the Silver Bolts picks up one there. They don't want to be focusing Janna. They really want to be focusing Vayne, but I don't know if they can kill Vayne here. There's the EQ from Jarvan. They changed the hitbox. Remember, he doesn't get the knock up. He does get the kill anyway. Vayne's still kiting back. Level 6 already. Final hour pop. There's the extra move speed, and the tumbles becomes untargetable for a sec, but the third Silver Bolt proc comes. Vayne getting shut down by Maokai. This is the Cataclysm.
Oh!
Also the condemn into the wall, stunning him. The exhaust finally goes down. 2 more auto attacks are what's needed. The tumble away, the Howling Gale, the shield from Janna. He comes in. There's the Monsoon from Janna, also healing Acoustic Ninja. Acoustic Ninja still alive. The third Silver Burst proc connects. He lives with 50 HP. And that is Acoustic Ninja 7-1-1 before 4 minutes.
That's an absolutely terrifying number to reach. And Silent up there contributing so much with his Janna, living for a very extended amount of time. Look at that. That's 7 kills for Vayne, but that's also 7 assists on Silent's Janna. He's been doing an awesome job so far. And middle of the map, looks like they were going for that map position there. And oh dear, Rachel passive getting chipped by that boomerang blade from Vayne. It's going to be okay. She's got plenty of health to spare for the moment. William Swiftfoot coming around down on the top. Acoustic Ninja, very unsafe Storm Shield there, but it was okay. He did manage to pick it up anyway.
A little bit of damage onto Annie there. Acoustic Ninja is doing so much. Nice split for the Blend. One more auto attack from the Silver Bolts, and he gets the kill there. There's the ult from Sivir, but it's used defensively to just run away. Clever Advisor running in with his Powerball. Should be able to get the puncturing taunt onto Maokai there. Has his W active also. Vayne just chunking for a billion. There's a twisted advance onto Rachel passive. Sapling comes down, and that is Vayne with yet another kill. 9-1-1 now. Ram is still closing, still chasing. Gonna be able to get the taunt onto Jarvan this time, not onto Sivir, but if he really cares, Silver Bolts, and it is Vayne with a double kill. And that's a 10-1-1 Vayne at 5 minutes.
Vayne is at 2 kills a minute, and that's way better than most people get. That's better than Sauron gets in some games. That's a very respectable start. You see Vayne retreating back up towards the upper portion of the map, wants to clear some of these minions off the tower to make sure it does not get pressed neutral and give them a free contested point. Den's, not going to land that seer on Rachel passive. Rachel passive staying around. There's the Tibbers, throws that down for the stun. Den's health absolutely plummets when that happens. Monster SS4, though, gets really extended away from his team, takes tons of tower damage in the process. There's a puncturing taunt landed over on Chaos's, and they're going to be able to take him down. And Den's Bruja, pretty safe Brand play up there at the top, is far enough back to be able to escape that fight. And he does have some mana still left over if they go for a push, but looks like they're just going to take this opportunity to recall. No one up at the top at the moment. Swiftfoot could move up there, but since he doesn't know where the enemy team is, it would be a risky play. If they had stayed, Swiftfoot would not be able to go up there for the windmill without taking a bunch of damage. He has no way to know that they've recalled or not. So he's just playing it safe right now, waiting for his allies before moving back up towards the top part of the map.
Yeah, and the windmill's actually really low on health right now. Got down to about a 6 health, or probably about a 6 health just from the minions. William Swiftfoot is there, but he was just so scared to advance, and a lot of that is just, look at this Vayne. Building for a Trinity Force, actually. Her Tumble Q is going to do so much with that Sheen. Didn't quite get the Silver Bolts proc there. Should be able to get the condemn onto the wall. Ballin is Karma who goes down. William Swiftfoot coming in. Can't land the EQ. The condemn comes back, I think. Or maybe just an auto attack. He's going to get the slow from the Golden Aegis there on the Vayne, but what 2 more auto attacks is enough. The turn now onto Brand. Should be able to get a nice kill here. Also, nice dodge of the Pillar of Flame. Needs 2 more auto attacks, I think, not just 1. There's the extra move speed, the shield from John, and the tumble forward, and it's dead Brand.
In the bottom lane, we saw Michael Bay able to pick up a KB against Marasmo, but he was able to come down with that revive and with the help of Clever Advisor able to defend his point. Clever Advisor now chasing after Monster SS4, and looks like he may be able to pick this kill up against Maokai here. He does have the windmill buff as well from the quest objective being captured, although Monster SS4 does have that little bit of a healing ability. It looks like he's going to go for the recall, and so is Clever Advisor. No? Maybe? Maokai is going to go for the drill, and he really can't do anything about that, especially since he knows Rammus is in that area of the map already.
Rammus in the area of the map, he did recall. He's going to be able to powerball back in, and he should not be able to get this neutral. Yeah, no neutral there. There's another chase onto Monster SS4, and it's Annie coming from the other side. Twister advance goes onto Rachel passive, and for the first kill of the game, Vayne does not get assist. Actually, that was the second, I believe. But Vayne now tumbling with that final hour. Condemn onto Brand, not quite. One more auto attack is enough. Vayne with that kill. Now the turn onto William Swift, but the knock of Tibbers and his Clever Advisor running away from Chaosis. But I think it's going to be Chaosis running away from Clever Advisor now. Boomerang Blade across us a little bit, but there is so much move speed on Rammus. No spell shield. There's the puncturing taunt. Janna with a little bit more. So you see one more auto attack, and it is Rammus with the kill.
Yeah, Silent and Acoustic Ninja have just been performing amazing so far this game. I mean, if you look at the 18 assists on Janna, 14 kills on Vayne, both of them having tons of presence all over the map. 1 death each for them so far. And Michael Bay putting a little bit of hurt on Silent. He doesn't care. He's going to drop that airborne and move away. Looks like he went down there for a gank, but wasn't really able to make a play out of it. Top part of the map, Acoustic Ninja Vayne by himself. It's a little bit of a scary position to be in without Janna around to help out. That's a situation where we could find Vayne dead. Good tumble out of the Pillar Flame there, though. We're going to avoid that free damage that Brand was looking to get.
And shout out to Janna for being involved in all but one of her team's kills. So, very nice play by him, Silent. Acoustic Ninja, of course, having a lot to do with that, but you're absolutely right. Fantastic play by really everyone on the team. Clever Advisor coming in with the taunt and the tremors. There's a lot of AoE damage there. Brand going to go down to, guess what, Vayne. There's the Cataclysm going down, does a little bit of damage. The Condemned does not lend the stun. Rachel passive solo finally goes down. Wasn't quite in that healing from I'm Silent. William Swiftfoot goes down to Vayne. Rammus is going to be able to get the taunt here, but Vayne gets the kill, actually. I lied, he could not get the taunt in time.
Chaos has had a very good spell shield there. If you saw where Silent positioned himself behind Vayne, or behind Sivir, excuse me, walked to the other side of the fight, threw down that Howling Gale, but Sivir was able to spell shield that, and Silent with Zephyr already down. He just let her go, turned around and turned his attention to the rest of the fight, was able to clean that up there, and then even though Sivir was able to escape and stay alive, Sivir didn't really have any team around, so he couldn't really make a play after that, even though he did escape. And Janna, by not chasing after Sivir and turning around, was able to use that Monsoon to push people into Vayne and secure more kills for his team. Very good awareness.
Generally, you don't want to push people into Vayne, but if your Vayne is 17-1-3 at 10 minutes,
well, we had Rammus in front of Vayne, so it was a little bit safer for that reason. If it was just Vayne alone, might have been different.
Speaking of Vayne alone, she is still not alone. Has an Annie there, but says, you know what, I can handle Maokai. You chase after everyone else, and chasing after everyone else, that's 2 kills, while Vayne actually just on Maokai hasn't quite been able to get the kill. It is Annie with a double kill. Michael Bay now running down. Nice Howling Gale from Silent. No stun from Annie there, actually, with that Disintegrate. And after Rammus with the kill on Sona rotating up, there's a Hyperkinetic Position Reverser, gets interrupted. The Condemn into the wall. Michael Bay goes down. That's not quite nice because Sivir revived. Sivir coming down, tries to interrupt this capture, but we'll see what she's able to do. Nice spell shield there.
Yeah, good Boomerang Blade too, tagged a couple of people, really forced them to split up. If they had started that capture in different places, that wouldn't have happened. They may have been able to pull off the neutral, but their positioning made it a little bit different. And Acoustic Ninja, this may be Acoustic Ninja's 2nd death of the game, or it might just add to his nice dodge of that airborne. Did you see that?
Yeah, that was a really nice tumble by Ninja, and he should actually be able to get, Condemn only in 17 seconds, is leveling the Silver Bolt 2nd instead of the Condemn. Now I think he is going to go down, does get shut down. Revive is up in 21 seconds, so he's not going to have, he'll barely have time to use that. We'll see if he decides he wants the extra health, but Rammus now with the taunt onto Chaos is just 1v2ing right now, no problem, no big deal. Sivir doesn't do that much damage to him when he has his W active. And he has backup coming. The damage onto Den's Bruja there from Annie is crazy. Rachel passive with a great Disintegrate into just so much damage. Nice spell shield blocks the Howling Gale, but it's not going to be enough anyway. Zephyr comes down, and his Chaos is going down again. There you go.
And Clever Advisor looking to land a taunt on Brand, wasn't able to get in range to do it. Silent sticking his head out here, wants to zone a little bit for Annie to try and let Annie cap, but oh, the Monsoon! Gonna negate some of that damage from that Pyroclasm.
It was a great Pyroclasm there from Dense Bruja. They were together, and it was a time when they didn't want to split. Silent wanted to stay still so that he could keep channeling the Monsoon, and so it would have just been Annie running away by herself. And if Annie's running away by herself, that moves a lot slower than if they're running away from each other.
Rachel passive doing some pretty good run and gun over there, you know, with the shoot and scoot kind of thing. Don't know what term you want to assign to it. But that was pretty nice. Chaos is now the last one left. If Rachel passive can get up a stun and land it, then they might be able to pick up this kill against Sivir here. Howling Gale could set up as well. See Janet going for it here. Chaos hanging back.
Condemn into the wall. Nice dodge of the second proc of Boomerang Blade, and it is Acoustic Ninja with his 21st kill of the game.
Not quite at 2 kills a minute anymore, but that's okay. You know, Vayne just falls off a little bit like that.
Yeah, Vayne definitely a champion known for falling off in the late game.
Absolutely. You know, you have to get that monumental lead that you currently have with Vayne in order to have a late game.
Yeah, like Vayne just does not have a late game at all. Yeah, no,
Vayne's a really good late game champion, guys. We're just messing with you.
Late game. There's a stun on to Clever Advisor. A little bit of damage comes out from Fran there from that conflagration. The final hour pop, focusing onto Maokai, doesn't even care. Good Pyroclasm does catch a lot of them. Oh no, Vayne is outside of the Monsoon. Doesn't actually get healed for too much. The Condemn back onto Monstrous 4. Just cutting backwards, loses Bush in the vision in the bush for a sec, or Bush in the vision, and it is Vayne with 1 kill. But the rest of her team just completely exploded because they were fighting 4 versus 5 there. And Ninja having to run away is going to wait for Janet, and then we'll be able to turn. Or it could just be Marasmo in the bot lane, picking up the capture onto the point. Minions helping finish that. Damage onto Michael Bay, but it looks like not a kill.
I really liked how Silent just stuck to Vayne there, just dives through the enemy team, stays in range of Vayne the entire time to throw shields and throw out slows and things like that. Very, very helpful in that last engagement. Oh dear, Dense Bruja. Rip in peace, Dense Bruja.
So there was an exchange of points there. They didn't send enough to defend the refinery, and so it's just Summoner's Rift picking up the refinery, whereas DD Mercs was able to pick up the windmill because it's just Summoner's Rift had left top empty. So now as Rammus going down to pick up a kill onto Urgot alongside Karma, but only 18 Nexus health remaining for DD Mercs. I think it's just Summoner's Rift is going to say, you know what, it's not just Summoner's Rift, this is Dominion, and we won it.
And there's a twisted advance on the Vayne. Maybe they'll be able to take her down one more time before the game ends, but it doesn't look very likely. There's the exhaust, and game's gonna end.
Yeah, so that's game, and I just have to attribute that to fantastic play out of Acoustic Ninja and I'm Silent in the level 1 fight. Acoustic Ninja getting so big on Vayne, and just really great play all around from It's Just Summoner's Rift.
And Silent's persistence at that first fight too. He was there for so long, and his at so little health, but it was just move in, throw down a shield, back off, move in, throw a slow, back off, and he stayed up there. He was able to interrupt caps. Really, really good play out of I Am Silent's Jen as well. It was a very good combination.
Vayne with the most damage dealt to champions. The actual surprise, I think, is that Rammus is in 2nd place.
What?
Yeah.
I'll take a look at this.
I expected it to be Vayne Annie. But Rammus with 23k damage done to champions.
Let's take a look at the post-game numbers. Damage dealt to champions. Oh dear. Oh dear. Vayne.
That's kind of a lot of damage.
Vayne did like 30% more damage than everyone else.
Especially
at least 25% more than everyone else.
Consider that Vayne is a single target champion. Generally you see AoE champions doing the most damage.
Man, imagine if that was a Kale.
Oh my god.
That'd be unfortunate. Take a look at time spent dead here. And you know what, that map's let's not look at that.
Alright. I right, well, guys, thanks for watching. We're going to be back very shortly with game 2 of Dominate Dominion number 81. For now, we're going to play a quick commercial break. Please turn off your ad block. Help support Dominate Gaming. We'll be back shortly.